When you are. Hopefully this all works.
No. I jumped the gun on it.
You're good.
I just thought it was fitting.
It is. Yeah.
I hope it works too.
I hope this does. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mostly Peaceful. I'm Rob.
I'm Jimmy.
I forgot my name there for like a split second.
You'll get it.
We're going to get into it. We're streaming, hopefully.
And recording. Simultaneously. Because
technology.
Yeah.
Jimmy's the master of it, and we're going to run with it. So
we have an excellent connection.
Here's to E.H. Taylor, some damn fine fucking bourbon. And maybe I didn't wait 30 seconds or not. I don't know.
Yeah. It smells so good, man.
It does. I'm gonna let it sit for a minute, but we're gonna dive right into this.
Yeah.
So let me try one of your Maduros, man, because
yeah, you want one of these?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. That thing looks phenomenal,
right? Dude, mine was bang up. The last one I had, that was good.
Can I be honest with you though?
Mine was a Connecticut though. I don't really go for the Maduros, but I did want to try those. But
it doesn't now, but like the first smell of this smelled like me smelling my fingers back in high school.
YouTube,
It's fine. We're gonna keep rolling with it. We're gonna do this right.
That was fucking funny.
Anybody that wants to comment, please, by all means, comment. We'll try to address them as they come in. Anybody that, wants to comment after at a later date, please, by all means, do. And we will reply to them as we see them. We're not waiting around for comments. Like, I've noticed, like, I find comments from previous episodes, and I'm like, I didn't even know that was there.
I know.
And so I go to reply and I'm like, Jesus, this is like weeks later. So fuck me, my bad. We'll go with it. But this is Mostly Peaceful, and we're going to stream this and hope to God that the YouTube gods let us. We'll see. We seem to be doing okay. Everything looks okay. We got people in watching. So by all means, leave your comments. Talk to us, say hi. We're not giant, we're not big. We just, hope that you watch. Even at a later date. But for the record, we are recording this as well. So if this does not go well, no matter when we finish, no matter when we finish, we have a recording of it, and that'll be uploaded instead. But we're going to do this no matter what. We're going to keep running it.
Did I just see that accurately?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Seemed almost on purpose.
That shit says 0.08, man.
And it's choppy as fuck. Like, I'm watching the video, but like, I don't know what you do. Like,
it should get there in a second. I think.
Wife says so far so good. We'll see. It's at 6.8, so 6:18. So we'll run with it. We'll see. Oh, tastes like some things that I've smelled afterwards. Jesus Christ, what is this?
La Perla Del Mar, I think.
You can't talk about them.
Oh, sorry. Well, you fucking asked.
I did ask. That being said, like,
fool me once.
Holy shit, man! Like,
he's like, "What is this?"
Like, I'm having high school flashbacks of some questionable things that I did.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
like,
for what it's
just
worth,
the tip. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, it's a little spicy in there, man.
Holy shit, bro.
For what it's worth, I'm a Connecticut shade, man.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking thing had a little punch right at the beginning.
Yeah.
That
I
just
feel like this
wasn't,
will beat my ass. It's gonna be like,
it's like a high school bully.
You remember high school?
Yeah.
Remember all them girls?
He's like, you got some lunch money?
You gonna live with it now.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so
where that lunch money?
Cool story. We didn't get to this in our last episode, the one we just recorded.
Bro, like we're gonna be notorious for being the guys who are like, all right, so on today's episode, we're going to say one thing and just spend an hour and a half talking about something completely different.
Straight up, dude. No, we're going to talk about this. So, did you, in the news the last couple of days, did you hear about the Russian terror attack?
I did.
At the concert. I guess it was a concert hall mall.
Russian
thing.
as in on Russian soil.
On Russian soil.
Perpetrated by someone else, right? Mm-hmm. And Ukraine apparently said it wasn't them. Mm-hmm. And for what it's worth, it might not have been.
There have been questions of ISIS.
Hmm?
At least someone asked the question, was it ISIS? And I was like, ISIS was tore up by fucking Donald Trump. Like, I don't know what you want. From there, I mean, we seem to be doing okay, so I wouldn't stress it too much. Mm-hmm. We seem to be okay at the moment. So this terror attack was pretty wild, man. Like, did you watch any of the video?
I didn't.
So it was weird. It was weird. I watched one video, mm-hmm. and I swear to God, I swear on everything holy, and you can test me on this. My wife can look it up. Like, it is what it is. There was a point where that video looked as if it was scenes shot from the movie Tenet.
What is that?
You've not seen the movie Tenet?
I'm not.
Oh, dude. You have my voodoo.
Is
like,
it in
please
there?
watch it. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, that's a fucking solid movie. It's a Christopher Nolan movie.
Okay.
Like, the guy does solid fucking movies. Like, but they're artsy in that musical and like the way they move way.
Yeah.
But
I'm fine with that.
there's the beginning of the movie very much looked like what was being shown to us on what's the word on this movie. Like, the video looked like the movie. The news.
Yeah,
the video that was portrayed on the news.
Right.
Like, it looked like this was the same fucking concert hall from that movie.
No.
And I was like, why is that fucking weird? So you got to go back and you got to watch that. Like, I don't know too much about what this attack was. I just kind of wanted to like skirt on it and talk about it a little bit. I think it's bad.
Right.
I think it's bad all the way around. It doesn't matter who did it. If Ukraine did it, okay. Fucking, they're escalating the war to insurgency now. That's fine. Richard, how's everybody doing? Richard, specifically, we see you. I don't,
Rich in here?
I don't have you on Instagram.
Yeah, he is bringing out the good brown water.
Oh, I guess.
Oh, apparently I missed my invite. No, what?
I'll have to. I guess add you on Facebook.
It's because we're in a. You missed the invite because we don't invite people to the 4 foot by 4 foot studio, which happens to not fit much.
We're in a metal shed in the middle of the desert right now.
We're gonna go to your house. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we're gonna come to Richard's
We're just
house.
gonna show up one Saturday to.
He's got all the good bourbon anyway.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And we're gonna set up shop in your garage and live stream. So hopefully your internet is better than mine.
That's good.
And by the way, heads up, we just spent an hour and a half talking about bourbon on the last episode, and both wholly agree with you that we do kind of prefer the
your E.H. Taylor theory stands. Like, E.H. Taylor is better than Blanton's.
Yeah.
Bar none. Like, it was a surprise to both of us because we could tell the difference between the color.
Yeah.
Like, we knew what we were sipping.
We tried to blind test it.
We did try to blind test it.
It didn't work, but I do believe we went in it with wholly open mind, even though I looked at him and I'm like, I think I know which one's which.
You had the right connect. You figured right too, right?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I thought so. Yeah.
The darker one was the E.H. Taylor. It was better.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It is a whole bunch better.
Oilier.
Oh man.
Smooth.
The Blanton's is still in my top.
Yes.
Fucking 3.
Yeah.
Like, my top 3 is pretty simple. It's Blanton's, E.H. Taylor, Woodford, Double Oaked.
Richard said in my bunker, not garage.
Fine, we'll do it in the bunker. Let's do that.
We'll bring the helmets.
Absolutely. We're we're on the same page with you when it comes to this bourbon. Like E.H. Taylor stands
Louisiana High Ride. Hello.
above Blanton's. It
Yeah,
does.
I think so. I agree.
And I think the downfall of Blanton's is that it's only 93 proof. You couldn't
Right.
smooth it out. And I guess you got to pay more for it. And maybe that's where it is, right? Maybe you pay more for the gold and you get that smoother, higher ABV, right?
Yeah.
Whereas E.H. Taylor is like, I'm going to give it to you before you have to spend more with the small batch, right? The single barrel, I don't know what that's going to be like.
I think some of Blanton's is the name.
Yeah.
Even E.H. Taylor, any of them. They have a name attached. And that's not to say, like, saying E.H. Taylor is better than Blanton's is not to say that Blanton's isn't good. Blanton's is fucking great. But E.H. Taylor just happens to be better.
Oh, agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I agree. For sure. Oily.
So with that, I think there's something that you and I can actually have a discussion on. We touched base on the Russian terror attack. It happened so early. It was Friday.
Yeah.
Like we're talking less than 24 hours ago.
Right.
I don't know. It's actually probably over 24 hours now. I don't know.
It's the same concert hall from the movie.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No shit. Dude, that's why I thought it was weird. I was like, why do I feel like I'm having deja vu over this? Because, like, either this is set up or,
I was wondering if that was the case because,
like, get the fuck out of here, man. That's wild. That is crazy. Because I saw it and I
Makes
was
you
like,
feel crazy
I was like,
when
there's
you see
no way that that's the same. Okay. So we've touched base on this, but I
man,
think,
y'all see my tinfoil hat? Where'd my fucking helmet go? Playing with my head over here. I got a question, Rich. Do you smoke?
cigars?
Yeah.
I think he dabbles here and there. I don't think he does too much, and maybe he doesn't. I might be wrong about that.
Okay.
With that, like, so one of the big things that I think we really need to touch base on, and we kind of need to have a conversation about, is our border.
That's what's popping up a lot in my news.
Do you know
man.
why?
Yeah.
Did you see what happened earlier this week?
Which happening?
I mean,
the illegal alien with the firearm.
well, that's been an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's just like
specifically talking about the riot that happened.
Did you see that the Supreme Court ruled that Texas has no jurisdiction to enforce illegal immigration, even in their own border?
Actually, I think you're wrong that it was the Supreme Court. I'm going to tell you this, yes, because the Supreme Court has already deemed that Texas can do this. A lower court actually did this, said this, because the lower court and the Supreme Court have been battling back and forth to where the Supreme Court was like, hey, if you keep trying to overstate what we're telling you, we'll shut you down too.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's how that goes. There's the Supreme Court is wholly backing Texas or individual states defending their borders because that is constitutional. Right. That is in our Constitution. And when we lose faith in the federal government, so it's been a back and forth.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
been a back and forth.
3 days ago, 4 days ago, 3 days ago,
Yes.
and it's like back and
It's
forth.
been a back and forth.
About
So in the Constitution, it does state that when a state loses faith in our federal government to protect our borders, it is to the state to defend its borders. Right. So, and I think where the federal, where SCOTUS is having that issue of, are we doing the right thing or are we saying the right thing, is they're using the National Guard, which is essentially a federal entity, right? But it's a Texas National Guard, so it's state run. It's federally funded, state run, right? So that you have a guard there for instances like this. Well, Joe Biden has completely fucking ignored that and said, you can't do this. I'm sending more CBP down there. Right. The CBP being wholly ineffectual in protecting our border and actually going as far as to allow these people across, as well as traffic children to God knows where. Have you seen the story where Ohio lost 85,000 kids?
They lost 85,000 kids.
Yes.
That's like,
dude, you can do
like
a summary Google search for this.
That's like when the government says, so we lost
We lost your tax
$340
return?
trillion dollars
Yes.
in our,
no.
you know, just
340.
whatever it is.
Okay, hold on.
Every year when they do their spending.
They lost 200 and something billion in the Pentagon.
Yeah.
Just disappeared.
Yes. That's what
And
I
they're
mean.
like,
That's
they're
what
like,
I
you
mean.
shouldn't pay any attention to this.
Yeah, they're like, we don't know where it went. It doesn't matter though,
Mm-hmm.
because we have bigger problems at hand. This is what I was saying though. Do you see these two CNN articles 4 days ago and 5
Scout's
days
honor.
ago? Yeah. Look here. There's two CNN articles.
They're backed up. They're backwards. They're
And
the
they're
opposite of
legit
each other.
1 day apart.
Yes, they're the opposite of each other.
319 and 318.
Yes.
And they are legit the complete opposite.
Yes.
And they're both to do with the Supreme Court and Texas.
Because no one can figure out what the right thing is to do. Because SCOTUS doesn't
Or is
want
this shit on purpose?
It's probably on purpose. SCOTUS doesn't want to go, you should defend your own borders in the realm that all 50 states start doing this, including places like California and New York, where now they're not letting people leave. They're imparting massive exit taxes on them. These are things that are actually happening in California, by the way. They have made it so expensive to leave California.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
they were trying to tax you
have you
for
tried
like
to-
10 years after you leave California.
Have you seen what it costed to rent a U-Haul from California?
No.
To go one way. To go one way. It shouldn't cost you more than a few $100.
Yeah.
Right?
Average.
And that's
Whatever
just
a
for the
fucking
rental.
U-Haul
You're gonna pick it up in San Bernardino, California, and you're gonna drive to Tampa, Florida, right? And it's $600 to drive cross country. And I know that may seem astronomical, but it's a 25-footer,
Sure.
right? You can fit your
Okay.
entire house in
Yeah.
it, right?
I could see that.
It's no longer $600 to $700 for this. It's $6,000 to $7,000 for this. Yes, they have made it so expensive to
Get
rent
the
a U-Haul.
fuck out.
It is near impossible for people to move out of California. So much so that they're like, you know what? Drop all of it. Pack up what you can.
Yeah.
That you can carry on your back. We are leaving this fucking state.
Yeah.
And we will start over. How sad is that? How sad is it that you cannot keep the property you purchased, the property you have paid taxes on time and time again? Every time you purchase it, every time you pay property taxes, all the taxes that you pay, you cannot keep your personal property in California. You have to leave it behind so that you can leave the state without being in debt.
They're at a point where they're going to start to agree to build a wall, but the wall is going to be on this side to keep people from leaving into fucking Nevada and goddamn anywhere else.
Well,
They're going to be like, look, we're going to build the wall.
I guess that's the time. I guess that's the point when we
But the
hire
wall is
Tim
gonna
Kennedy.
keep us in.
We call up Tim Kennedy and we grab a couple Green Berets and we just start exfilling.
Yeah.
Right? we find the guys who want to leave, the families that want to leave, and we just start ripping them out of there, right?
Yeah.
For their safety. If they want to build a wall around California, I say do it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, let's do this. Let's get Elon Musk.
Yeah.
And let's get his
Speaking of
big
Elon
giant,
Musk, I got something I
his
wanna
big giant
bring
tunnel
up.
drill. Let's get that thing down here.
The Boring Company.
Yeah, let's get the Boring Company down here. And
Just
why
to
don't
build
we
a
just
fucking underground tunnel?
No, I don't need the underground tunnel. What I need them to do is
we
cut
already
the
have
hole at the San Andreas Fault. We can
separate.
snap California right off the edge
Yep.
and let them float out into the ocean.
It's like a left and a right Twix.
I'm good with that. I'm wholly okay
There
with
you
it.
go.
I don't need Texas, or sorry, I don't need California.
We wholly need Texas.
We need Texas. I don't need California for anything.
Texas cowboy and Florida man. together
Yes.
will win this fight.
But I also need that Texas bourbon.
That's
that
it.
Texas
Yeah, for
bourbon.
sure.
Like that's legit
sure.
bourbon. Like
Yes.
I'm in it.
Yeah.
I don't need California because ammunition bourbon, it's trash. And Texas, California can kiss my balls.
I don't
for
think
that.
we ever really came to that conclusion.
Oh, I didn't
in
get
our
to finish that with you, did I?
conversation. No.
Yeah. So ammunition bourbon is trash.
Gotcha.
As a whole, we tried to let it breathe. We tried to find the good part of it, and there was none. Where are we at?
Richard, lock and load, fellas. Put on your Boy Scout
That's
hat.
what I said. Scout's honor.
Uh-huh.
That's why I said it.
But he said no, he don't smoke.
Okay. All right.
All right.
That's fine.
Yeah. Just
We'll,
wanted to know. I mean, they go hand in hand. Man.
We'll get those
It's like,
COVID tents and we'll have our own.
it's like milking cookies.
Right?
Right? For
No?
grown-ups. Huh?
I said we'll get those COVID tents. We'll smoke our own cigars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We can hug each other through the plastic.
Yeah, you know the ones that they had
I know.
kids in high school band
Uh-huh.
playing in that, or where they were cut. Yeah, that whole thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
we could do that.
Yeah.
We could do that. That's fine.
Milking cookies.
Milk and cookies. So, yeah. So the border. Like, did you see the riot though?
I didn't.
All right,
I didn't
so
see the riot.
Do a quick summary search. I think it's
Texas?
do Eagle Pass border riot. It should pop right up. I want you to just play this video and watch it. Because how the Texas National Guard didn't open fire is beyond me.
Trying to find
All right, let me see what I searched
just
for.
trying to find something recent. This shit looks.
Hold on. Because I've got 6 videos.
Are you sure it's Eagle Pass?
May not have
Let
been.
me
What
let me
did I
try
search?
something.
What did I search? Hold on. Let's see. I did. Oh, just type in border riot.
Mm-hmm.
Just type in border riot. It pops up right at the top. The first video. Nope, not Texas riot. Border riot.
Yeah. I'm getting there.
Okay, right there. That one.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that shit is a whole bunch of violent for unnecessary reasons. Because guess what they couldn't get through? That wall that Trump built in the little parts that didn't get finished because we didn't have enough money for it.
CBS News' Jared Hill reports it comes as Texas' unprecedented immigration law remains in legal limbo. In response to a breach along the southern border, footage taken by the New York Post Thursday showed a crowd of 600 migrants breaking down a wire fence and pushing past Texas National Guard soldiers trying to get into El Paso.
Is that not crazy?
What the hell, bro?
We need to feed video into the audio so that we can at least play the audio. But yeah, dude,
The state's government
see what they hit? What did they hit? What did they hit at the end of it?
You talking about the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Department of Public Safety is instructed to arrest every illegal immigrant involved for criminal trespass and destruction of property.
They are being misinformed by the transnational criminal organizations. They come all this way thinking that BSI 36 is a legal point to enter the country illegally, and it is not.
The moment of chaos along the border in El
Oh,
Paso comes as
shit.
the state's sweeping new immigration legislation, SB 4, remains caught up in the courts. The Department of Justice argues SB 4 is unconstitutional, that immigration policy is the job of the federal government, not the states. Texas officials, though, say SB 4 follows federal immigration law. Law enforcement, like the sheriff in El Paso, worry they don't have the resources or training to carry out SB 4 if it's allowed to stand.
Like, is that not crazy?
270 police officers. And this
Is that not wholly out of fucking control? And I'm telling you, dude, I said this. As you watch that video, you see them bust through the razor wire and the 4 or 5 guys that are blocking that little entry point. How it is those armed guards did not open fire is beyond me. But they have rules, right? They have their own, like, I get it.
It's kind of like our military compared to other militaries.
Yeah, we have rules of engagement. They don't.
Yeah.
They're like, kill them. Who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah.
I don't
if you
care
were
how
trying
you
to
do
like
it.
bust through the Mexican border, those motherfuckers might bury you. Just because the only reason they might not is fear that we would bury them back.
Exactly.
That's about it.
Exactly.
They'd be like, well, they're American. Let me see your passport. Oh, you're French? They're not coming here with guns.
I'm just saying, dude.
The French ain't gonna
So-
show up and fucking airstrike us.
Yeah. So you've seen.
Let's be real.
So you've seen. So you've seen these
Yeah,
armed
I saw this stuff
armed
happening.
guys coming across.
Yeah,
The one guy coming across the water with a rifle over his head, crossing the Rio Grande. No, you didn't see that? Oh yeah. Dude, there's a guy in Texas. There's a 70-year-old man in Texas right now who is looking at a life sentence, if not more.
for what?
He's 70 fucking years old, by the way. For shooting and killing a criminal alien that crossed the border at the back of his property
I know what you're talking about. This happened a little while ago, right?
a little bit ago, yeah.
But he's still going through
Yep.
the motion.
He's
about
looking
it.
at
Yeah,
a
for
life
sure.
sentence at
For sure.
70 years old
Yeah, yeah.
for defending his
Because you're
property.
not allowed to defend your property. Hell, the fucking who was it?
Right.
Was it Chicago? Anyways, they arrested a woman because this woman was trying to get squatters off of her property, and the police and the courts side with the fucking
See?
squatters.
Yes, I read all about this one too.
Yeah, yeah.
And I got to tell you,
That's what they're doing, man.
Did you hear about the
And it's
vigilantes that showed up after?
It's so much worse. No,
Oh yeah.
I want to know
So
about
I don't know who the vigilantes were
vigilantes on whose side.
on the lady's side. After she got arrested,
Nice.
3 men showed up.
That's
at-
what's going to happen.
Well, that's where we're going.
The law abiding
It's
is going to take to criminality, and what I mean by criminality is not
It's
aggressive criminality, but it's going to be reactive.
Yes, it's the-
going to say, well, you know what? We played by the rules. We voted.
we followed your rules
we
for long enough,
followed the
and
rules.
they're not working.
Yes.
Yeah. So what I see it coming down to is very akin to think about it like this. Think about it as a rural area, right? Not even our area. Just give it more rural,
Yeah.
right? Little area population of maybe 4,000 or 5,000. And 10 or so of those guys in that town are like, we're done with this shit.
Yeah.
So they arm up and they start blocking every entry into their town,
Yeah.
right? And then all of a sudden FBI agents come rolling through one day and these guys stop them. And they're like, well, we're federal agents. And they're like, we don't recognize federal anything.
Yeah.
So that's where we're going.
Yeah.
If this type of stuff continues to go,
It does.
and I
Well,
maybe
because you're putting people
maybe
into
people
a
think
corner.
I'm being hyperbolic about it, and I'm not, because
It's just a matter of timing. The writing's on the wall. You can only back people into a corner and fuck them over for so long. You can only steal their money to pay for someone else's criminal acts.
or war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For so long.
Yeah.
You can only tell them that their vote makes a difference
Yep.
and then take them to jail
Yep.
for so long
We
until
didn't have-
people snap. They will react in a very crazy and unexpected manner.
Look at our situation now, okay, and go back to 2017, 2018, where Donald Trump was standing in front of all of Congress and the Senate and going, I need $2.2 billion
Yeah.
to build a wall, a beautiful, fantastic, the best wall,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
In Trump fashion. Everything's the best, right? To build a wall along our border, along our southern border, to slow, not to stop it. Because look, these guys are going to
Can't
catapult
stop.
across. They're either going to catapult across or they're going to build tunnels underneath, right?
Stopping it is like trying to outlaw or ban guns.
We
You
can at least-
ban the guns.
yes.
You cannot get rid
But we can
of
at
the
least
guns.
funnel it, right?
Yes.
Funnel it into certain areas. We can
Yeah.
try to stop it that way, right? He said, I need $2.2 billion to do this job.
Right.
They said, we don't have that kind of money.
Now they lost it.
No, hold on. Now we fast forward
Yeah.
to 2021, and we have $167 billion to hand over to another country who we have no business fucking with.
Of course.
And we're ready to start.
People.
And the people who run our government are ready to start World War III with the country that invaded, the country that opposed the other country, Ukraine and Russia. We are ready to start World War III with Russia for the tiniest speck, a pin drop, the tip of a pin in a massive continent. We are ready to start World War III.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, the domino effect, if we go to war with Russia, we then go to war with China, we then go to war with Iran, we then go to war with Middle East. We like, it is a domino effect where we have built so many enemies. I don't know that we can come across it on the right side.
We're so fucked in this war.
They're not
too.
coming to this country. I promise you that.
We go to war with China, we lose half our population, like immediately.
They won't come here.
No, they won't. But they also might just stop sending all the medicine they make,
Agreed.
and then people are just
They just drop a couple EMPs above major cities. Dude, 60% of the population dies after that.
Yeah. And 90% of the population probably already forgot that they had a fucking balloon just hovering over the goddamn. You know what I mean? It's like,
How
they're
fucking
what do you-
weird.
what do you mean a balloon?
What balloon?
And I bet 115% of the population didn't realize that there are fucking Chinese police stations popping up everywhere left and right. You know what I mean?
It's weird how
And we're like, we're gonna look
weird how-
into that.
how
me
two
and you should
idiots-
set up a fucking police station
we should.
because apparently no one cares.
Can we rent it out of your house? We
Sure.
can rent it out of my house. It doesn't matter.
Fuck it.
Like, but we should set up a police station and just be like, we're the new cops.
Rich got a bunker. It's fucking
All right. Let's
Black-
do it. Rich,
black-
we're coming over.
black flag shit.
Yeah. No. I think
Polizia with a T. Polizia.
I fear. I shouldn't say I think. I fear that we don't make it to November this year without major conflict.
I think it's gonna escalate quick.
Inward.
Like
Inward. And I say that.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about World War III. I'm specifically talking about our country as a whole, as a split, divisive.
so. Did Trump win the primary in Florida?
Yeah, of course.
He did, right?
Well, it's not finished. It'll be finished. What's today? Oh,
20.
it
Yeah,
did.
it's
It is-
finished. He won.
Finished on the 19th, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I want you to know that's the first time I did not. That's the first time I did not go vote because I was like, it's not even necessary at this point. Let's see, Florida primary. Let me open up a little.
Divisiveness, man. I don't know. Did you see the video that Elon Musk posted about the illegal immigration and how the Democrats are using it?
125 Florida delegates won by Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real about that. That's 81 fucking percent.
So
81.2 fucking percent of the vote.
did you see that?
If you
video?
motherfuckers are ever in doubt at this point,
But did you see that video that Elon Musk posted
I'm listening.
about illegal immigration, how the Democrats are using it?
Yes, dude. You need to understand.
Stacking the census.
Did you
to
not think
gain
that that's where that was
congressional
going?
Seats.
It was
No.
always about the census. This
Of
wasn't
course.
about. This
Of
wasn't
course.
about like.
But what I mean is, this is the reason why it. So I caught this Timcast where he was saying this is the reason why polls are like Donald Trump's in the lead, red wave, red wave, red wave. Then the Democrats fucking take it all.
Yeah, 2022.
And you're like,
All day.
how the fuck did that
Yeah.
happen? Because congressional seats, because in half of these fucking places, they've already allowed illegal immigrants on the census.
To
the
vote.
census is able to dictate how many
Seats.
representatives, how
Yeah.
many seats they're stacking.
Whether they're citizens or not.
or not. Yep.
And this is a conversation that I had with Greg last night. where we talked about, and he dug at me a little bit, because I do believe that at some point we need to. I love the Starship Troopers model of citizen guarantee or service guarantees citizenship.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it's been like that here too, right?
It's not.
It hasn't.
It's not. No,
I
that's
thought
the thing.
In the early days, it was one of those like.
No, you don't serve in the military, and then you can. There is a path through that. Yes, but it is not a finite. Like, it's not. That's the end all be all. Right.
Right. No.
There's other ways
But that's
through.
that is a way.
Yes, it is yes.
Okay.
Well,
That's
then
what
you
I-
have the government here recently trying to skirt past the Democrats, particularly trying to skirt past everybody their Courage to Serve Act, and that is what it is named. You can Google this, you can look it up, you can read about it. They tried to skirt it past. It did not pass. I think it didn't pass. I'm pretty sure it didn't pass. But this was specifically to allow illegal, undocumented, non-citizens to sign up for our military, serve in the military to gain citizenship here. Now, I understand that I said I wholly believe in the service guarantee citizenship.
Yeah.
I still believe that.
But they're using it as a way to like.
They're using it as a way
Sign up
to
for
to build
Yeah.
a voting demographic that does not align with
Anything.
American values. Okay. See, that's the thing. We're giving them, here's this nice, neat little package of you being allowed to be a citizen, but I don't need you to speak English. I don't need you to understand the core values of this country or our Constitution. What I need you to do is point a gun at that fucking Arab,
Maybe.
or point a gun at
Maybe.
that fucking Russian,
Yeah.
or that Chinese man, or point a gun at your own goddamn citizens.
Yeah.
And I will give you the right to be a citizen in this country.
How ironic
Just
will
know
it be
that if-
whenever
if you ever
martial law
cross me,
happens and we have
just know that if you
300,000
ever-
Mexicans pointing guns at us in our own fucking street?
Just know that if you ever cross me, I'll point the gun at you.
Yeah, of course. But that's crazy, right?
But
Just
that's
thinking
what they're
about it like-
that's what they're allowing. That's
Hey, it's so
That was
fucked
the
up
bill
because
that they wanted to
you
pass.
go into the illegal immigration and people are like, "Oh, you're a fucking racist. You don't like immigrants." And why?
No, I like legal immigrants. I like the people,
know, yeah,
the families
just-
that come here
it's
that are
crazy.
trying to find a better life for themselves.
Yeah.
And they assimilate into American culture.
It's crazy that
You can
people
have your
won't
religious beliefs.
recognize that not only is there horrible illegal Mexican immigrants, but
Okay.
there are also Chinese and Haitian and
Hang on.
all kinds of fucking other
You can
countries who
have-
come through the southern border to
Yes.
come here to do illicit
Yes.
business.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I want to
Just
explain
blows
something to
my
you.
mind, man.
You can have your religious beliefs. You can practice your religion freely in this country. That's the best part
For now.
about our country, is that it's enshrined in our Constitution that you have the freedom to say whatever the fuck you want to say, even if it offends somebody.
Yeah.
I want everybody to remember that. It
now.
does not matter if it offends somebody. You have the freedom to say it,
That's
no
the
matter
point.
what. Also, you need to understand that the second thing they wrote was you better have guns, because if you're gonna say shit,
That
you
offends
better,
people.
yeah, you better be able to defend yourself to do it.
And what we mean is offend the government, because that's, let's
Yes.
be honest.
You can say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Understand that there are consequences.
Yeah.
So the right thing to do is have at least a modicum of decorum in saying what you want to say. Say it, but say it with tact. Do it, and do it with tact. Okay. Next thing, you are allowed to have guns. You are allowed to have guns. It doesn't matter who the fuck you are. The only thing in our Constitution that takes that right away from anybody is through due process. If you are a criminal,
Yeah.
that is in our Constitution, you can have guns. There's no restrictions on what kind.
Yeah.
For fuck's sakes, go buy a
Or
warship.
who? Yeah.
Go buy a warship. If you can afford one, please go buy a warship.
Yeah.
You are allowed to have that. You are allowed to have nuclear and chemical weapons.
I've seen some shit Dan Bilzerian has.
Yes.
That's wholly probably off the record.
Yes.
But
Again,
if you can
you're
afford it,
allowed to have it
you
if you can
fucking have
afford it.
Yeah.
Okay? The only time those
So the moral
rights,
of the
the
story
only
is
time
we're
those
looking
rights
for
are taken,
investors.
the only time those rights are taken from you is if you have committed a crime, an egregious, felonious crime. That's the only time those are taken from you. And that's through due process. And through due process, you have the right to a speedy trial by jury of your peers. Things that have gone away. Okay? We all need to remember these things. Because the people who are trying and jurying Donald Trump are not his peers. They're below and beneath him. And I say that in the sense that these people only want to destroy the rich. Mm-hmm. And if you and everybody needs to understand that in a capitalist society, which we are, you need to understand that and you need to accept it. Mm-hmm. If you destroy the rich because of your socialist, communist fucking ideology, you destroy the country. You destroy the structure. You have no morals, you have no values at that point. And what does communism and socialism bring? Bloodshed. Bodies piled upon bodies. That's what it is. I'm sorry. That there's no other. That is what it is. Through that, you also have other constitutional rights. You have the right to not incriminate yourself through the Fifth Amendment. You have the right. I think one of the funniest ones is the Third Amendment. Mm. Do you know what that is?
No, what's the third?
Is it the third or the fourth? It's the third or the fourth. And I can't remember which number it is, but it's the one where you can't house the enemy. No quarter. I gotta remember exactly what that is because I've had a few bourbons now and I'm misquoting it, I think.
Yeah. No quarters is I don't think that's in the Constitution. That's just the representation of what, like, the black flag is no quarters. It means we don't take enemies, or we don't take hostages.
Hold on.
We provide no quarters. Basically, we'll fucking kill you when we capture you. That's what that means. I don't think that's in the Constitution, though. But
the fourth is unreasonable search and seizure.
Yeah.
I think it's the third. Yeah, here it is. This is it.
Is it providing...
The Third Amendment to the United States Constitution places restrictions on the quartering of soldiers in private homes without the owner's consent, forbidding the practice in peacetime. So you cannot be forced to house soldiers. That's what I was trying to get at.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. What? You're squinting like you're...
No, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Because...
Think it out, bro. The third...
What does it say?
Okay, so the Third Amendment to the United States Constitution places restrictions on the quartering, the placement and or sheltering of soldiers in private homes without the owner's consent, forbidding the practice in peacetime. The amendment...
Soldiers? Our...
Okay. The amendment is a response to the quartering acts passed by the Parliament of Great Britain during the buildup of the American Revolutionary War, which had allowed British Army to lodge soldiers in public buildings. That is why it is there. It is forbidden in our Constitution for the United States Army to go, you have to give up your home because we need a place to stay. The army,
Yeah.
the military in general. Do you understand that now?
I understand what you're saying.
I understand where you were going with the black flag. I hang a black flag in my yard. On my property is a black American flag. I need everybody to understand that.
What the?
What are you doing? What is it that you're looking for that I didn't already explain to you?
Recorder in any house without the consent of the owner.
Oh, you were looking for the layman's terms of it. Did I not read it correctly for you?
No.
Okay.
I was. Man.
So,
I've seen something somewhere.
okay. So
Where the federal government
did you ever watch the movie?
can come in and basically
No.
do what the
Nope.
fuck they want.
Nope. That's where the Fourth Amendment comes in and the Third Amendment. So hear me out. Did you ever watch the movie The Patriot with Mel Gibson?
No.
One of the greatest movies in the world, and you should absolutely watch it. I can't believe that you've never seen it. It's one of the greatest movies in the world. It's insane that you've never seen this, and I shame you right here, right now. Shame on you. No? Nothing? Zero. You're in
What?
there. Son of a mother. Are you fucking kidding me?
What? What?
So,
I'm listening. I'm just looking shit up, man. Reading.
the Third Amendment
I was trying to talk.
in the movie,
Shut me up.
The Patriot, that you apparently have never fucking seen.
Never seen it.
It's horrible. I implore you. I demand you that you watch this movie.
Okay.
It's Mel Gibson and Heath Ledger. How can you not watch it? How could you have not ever seen it?
I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. You should watch it. You better watch it. One of the greatest movies ever. So, in the movie, the main character, Mel Gibson, takes the battle of the Revolutionary War ends up like showing up to his backyard, more or less. Right?
Scotland, right?
No. What the fuck? This is not Braveheart, dude.
What are
You can't confuse the two.
I don't know.
This is the Patriot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think
Somebody's had some bourbon today.
You said you said the Patriot. I see a red and blue face.
No, you can't do that. No, he had a blue face in the fucking just blue.
That's fucking
just
funny.
blue.
Oh, just
it was
blue.
half blue. There was no other color on the other side other than his pasty pink face.
Patriot.
The Patriot
Okay.
was about
I don't think I
almost
seen
called him William Wallace, and it wasn't William Wallace. God damn it. You fucked me up with this.
No, it's not my fault.
What?
It's not even close to my fault.
Not my fault.
I didn't see either movie, so
So
you can't blame me.
you've never seen Braveheart either?
No.
Jesus Christ. These
the
are the
fuck would I
movies
watch
of rebellion.
Braveheart?
These are the movies of rebellion. How could you have never watched that? Have you ever seen Star Wars? I will kick you out of this fucking chair right now.
A little bit.
This being said,
Pieces
so
of.
back to the Patriot. My wife hates this movie because I watch it so much. She's just like, I'm fucking over it, dude. In the movie, the Revolutionary War ends up in his backyard.
Yeah.
And as the battle ends, his family, along with their field workers, now mind you, these were black people. They were free.
Yeah.
They worked for him freely. Pulled what?
Your wife said it ain't that good.
It's the greatest movie ever. Shut the fuck up. They pull redcoats and Americans onto the porch. They're triaging right there. Like
Okay.
they're servicing both, right?
Right.
Trying to keep both of them alive. Then this
That's crazy.
dragoon of redcoats come up on horseback along with a platoon of soldiers. And the commander in the dragoon is like, fuck this shit. Burn the house, kill the soldiers, take our wounded to be served. Yeah. Yes. That's the way they were. That is the whole purpose of the Third Amendment. Because they would whole ass take over a home and be like, we're staying here. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And our people were like, you can't do that to us. You don't belong here. This is my house. And they'd be like, you can die. And they would whole ass kill them
Yeah.
and then take over their home. So in order to avoid that, our founding fathers were like, never again will we do that.
Yeah.
It does not matter. Our private homes are our private homes for a reason. You can never put a soldier in there without the homeowner's consent.
Right.
If the homeowner consents to it, the enemy has no reaction to it whatsoever. Because just so that you're aware, they're probably taking in both. You need to understand that possibility. So if you want to blow up their house or burn it down, know that your guys are also in there. That was the whole point of that, right?
Yeah.
So there was a bit of that overreach during COVID. I don't know if you knew that.
No, go ahead.
There were some parking garages, private parking garages, that were taken over by National Guard, things like that were deployed during
Is that like
during
a
COVID.
gray area type of thing?
Yeah, it's not really talked about anymore. Nobody's really talking about it, but there was some uproar about it before, like during. Yeah, it was a bad thing.
But I mean, is it gray area in the way that it's not like a private house? It's a privately held place, but
It's
it's
private
not,
property.
Yeah. There you go. It's private property, but it's not like a domicile. So, like, is there some gray? Because that's the thing about our government. That's why as much as me and you think along the same lines in some ways.
The eminent domain laws are fucking whole ass violation
Yeah.
of the Fourth Amendment
So,
or the Third Amendment.
what is that?
That's where the city or the county
Yeah.
can come in and go, you know that front yard you have?
Yeah.
We need a road, so it's ours now.
That's what I was looking at. So I think this is
At
what.
best, you're going to have a sidewalk right at your front door.
Yeah. Whenever
By the way, it's
Whenever-
it's a parkway, and they're 65 mile an hour.
I was looking
Enjoy
this
that.
up
Hope
and
you die.
going through
Yeah.
the like you telling me about the Third Amendment,
Mm-hmm.
and in my mind I'm going, man, but there's something that kind of contradicts this, and I know what it is, right?
Eminent domain.
And I think that's what it is. I think it's eminent domain, where the government, be
Mostly.
it county, city, state, whatever, somebody can come in basically at any time and be like, "Fuck you." It's
Here's the fun
ours.
part. For the most part, eminent domain does not apply. Like the federal government does not claim an eminent domain.
State.
It's usually
is it
city or county that claims this eminent domain bullshit.
Like
It's unconstitutional.
You know how me and you we've talked about the people like making up words and then a law that goes along with the word. That's what that is. Eminent domain.
Yeah.
It's like let's make up this thing where like we could just do what we want
Yeah.
and then we'll make that a law.
We're going to do what we want.
Because
no
we
matter
make
what.
the laws.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like just call it something, put it in writing, we'll sign it, and then
That's where I stress to people.
fuck people.
That's where I stress to people. It is more important to be involved in your local government, your local governing, your elections, who's there, who's making your laws for you, who is writing your ordinances. Like
Fucking
here's
eminent
one.
domain. Fuck this
Here's one.
place, man.
As the price of eggs skyrocketed, this county decided to write a new ordinance.
Really?
Yeah.
No chickens.
No, you can have two.
What did it used to be?
There wasn't.
There wasn't, right?
There wasn't an ordinance.
It was like,
now as soon as eggs go to $6 to $7, upwards of $9
Yeah.
per dozen,
Right.
they were like, you can have two. You're allowed
No, it's-
2 eggs a day.
Right.
2
It's-
eggs a
it's
day. That's it, sir. That's it. That's all you
Rainwater.
can have.
We're like, that's to me the end.
We
all
don't
be
have
all.
rainwater restrictions. Like, we don't have rainwater collection restrictions here.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. You can look that up by all means. I'd love for somebody to tell me different.
I would like to
rainwater
know.
restrictions.
I would like to know because in a lot of places there are.
Yeah, so they typically you find those laws typically in places who have low rainfall yearly. We do not suffer from that. Like at all. So now I've seen water restrictions where, hey, you guys on the odd numbers should only water these days, and you guys on the even numbers should only water your lawns on these days. But let's be real. That's maintaining your groundwater level, your table there. That's all that is. That's
Yeah.
Whoa, roll that back up.
What did he say?
Why does that emblem look like something?
That
Bro,
that shit looks.
I'm gonna call some copyright infringement.
That shit looks hella familiar.
Bro,
like trademark infringing familiar.
straight up.
Damn.
I think you should screenshot that, and I'm gonna shout out Joseph, Joe.
Somebody needs to call it a lawyer.
We gonna send you a picture because you might want to call your lawyer on this because that's some bullshit right there.
Oh damn.
I don't know who did that.
That
That's
shit looks. Wow.
somebody had some other shit on their brain. It
Yeah.
was like, this looks cool. I've seen this before.
Water conservation, 5-gallon buckets, blah blah blah.
No, you
Whatever.
absolutely, I'm pretty sure, can collect rainwater here in Florida. And while we're on the topic of this, I want to ask a
But
question.
there's like restrictions around it.
I want
but
to ask a
think
question,
you
and
can.
anybody in the chat can please pipe up and tell me. Whatever happened to acid rain? Do you remember that when we were growing up as a kid?
It was fake.
Do you remember that growing up as a kid?
Fuck yeah.
Like, whatever happened to acid rain?
Yeah. Acid
Like, wasn't
rain.
that a bad thing?
Yeah.
Like, don't go out in the rain because it's acid rain.
How does that happen?
Do you know what that evolved into?
Climate change.
Climate control.
That's
Climate
what
change.
Yes. It's what it seems like.
That's exactly what it was. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, acid rain, bad thing.
Yeah.
Global warming, oh,
Right.
bad thing. Climate change.
True. It
Because
seems like it evolved.
Do you
there,
remember?
right?
Do you remember why they stopped calling it global warming?
No.
Because like all the scientists were like, "Hey,
It's not getting hotter.
that shit ain't getting hotter, bro. Like overall,
Stop.
overall, that should be getting colder." They were like, "What,
It's climate change, then.
bro?
Climate change.
Climate change? Oh, the climate's changing.
Words.
like it does
I
every
told you,
fucking
bro.
season.
It's just words.
Words are hard.
Words.
You want some more?
Eminent domains.
You want some more?
Sure.
Okay, what you want?
EH.
Yeah, you're getting this.
Yeah.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
So, yeah, I think there's like restrictions around what you can catch it. Not restrictions, but anyways, like telling you how to do it.
No, I'm with you.
But the point is,
You have to collect it in a
is
certain
there's-
manner because
yes,
you can't
like,
just
you can't just drink water from a gutter.
exactly.
But
That's the last
the-
thing you want to do.
just the
You ever
fact-
seen what's growing? I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna show you what's growing in my gutters.
Yeah,
There's some shit growing in my gutters.
gutter water probably bad.
I keep seeing the ads on Instagram for
They
the
should
gutter
do,
covers.
like, a acid rain water in a can,
I want to make a soda called Acid Rain.
right?
I want to bring awareness back to the fact that these motherfuckers are like acid rain bad, and then fucking 30 years, 40 years later, they're like
We
climate
drinking it.
change.
Yeah.
Same.
But the fact that there's places that restrict it that don't really seem like, I'm sorry for your luck.
Yeah.
I know that it might be dry here, but if I am the smart asshole who decides to collect rainwater,
Correct.
then y'all just stupid,
You just stupid.
and I shouldn't suffer because you
No.
guys.
There are places where you can't collect rainwater.
And that's what I hate about how local government restriction works is because you're like, wait a minute, what if I want to go full solar right here?
Yeah.
Can't. You
can't.
cannot. No, the fuck you can't.
No, you can't go
You
off the grid. You
cannot.
still have to connect to the grid.
Right.
You can be whole home solar,
Sure.
but you still have to
Connected to the
connect to,
Yes.
what is it?
Duke.
Here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still have to connect to their grid.
But why?
I don't understand it.
Because we want you connected to our grid.
Because
That's
you're still
why.
going to pay me $80 a year.
Yeah, and you have no way to
Even
know
though you're
which
not
way the
drawing
energy
from
is
me-
fucking flowing. And
Even though
what
you're
if
not
we-
drawing from me, I know I still got to pay for oil, and you got to pay for that, not me.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
Because we all know where the energy comes from. That Duke and everyone else, Florida Power and all them. They
When
provide,
Duke
right?
first
It's not
showed up
fucking
here-
solar. It's
when-
not wind farms.
When Duke first showed up here, my bill, my electric bill was like, it was like $100, right? They were like, here,
Now it's
here's
getting
your bill.
closer to 300.
Now we run in the realms of $300 to $400.
Yeah.
How is my bill more expensive when you gave me LED lights and were like, these are cheaper
Yeah.
and they last longer? They don't use 60 watts, they use 3 watts,
And they come through and they
but
put
give
in
you 60 watts.
a more accurate meter.
Oh,
And they do all these
Yeah.
things. And we do things in our house. We go, man, our electric
know
bill's
that
crazy.
what you're paying for is not the electric use.
No, it's not.
You are paying for the oil, for the fucking parts, for the
For
fucking
the yachts,
bullshit. Yes.
for the parties, for the
Yes.
bonuses,
Uh-huh.
for the lunches.
You're not paying for the fucking
no.
electric used because that's minimal.
Yeah, no, for sure. Profit. You're
Bullshit.
paying for
It's
the profit,
bullshit.
man.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
What's our time look like, sir? Oh, we're right there.
One.
We're right there. So we'll give it a few more minutes and we'll sit here and BS. We got a glass of fucking bourbon to sip on. So
I have a new appreciation for this one, man.
yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this.
I like it.
Let's talk a little bit about what's going on with us. What's going on with you? Where are you at?
What do you mean?
Where are you at? What are you doing lately?
Taking care of a new puppy.
Yeah. How's that going? She's got some sharp teeth.
Oh, white teeth too. I'm old. I look, I brush my teeth. I'm like, oh, white strips.
Yeah.
I look at this puppy. I'm like, oh, she lost a tooth. She lost another tooth. 3 days go by.
Why are they
3
so
teeth.
white?
Yeah, and I look at him like, damn, you got some white fucking teeth.
Your wife,
It just
ru-
like
your wife
I was like,
rubbing
babe, look
cocaine
at
on them?
Look at her fucking teeth. Look at how goddamn white they are. It makes me sad.
Yeah, yeah.
She's young. She
Your wife's rubbing cocaine on them, isn't she?
probably.
Yeah. Lighten them up.
Yeah, taking care of this puppy. Chewed up my brand new $60 Maglock MacBook cord too.
Congratulations.
This morning. I was sad. Sad, more mad.
Well, look, I'm gonna wholly ass tell
And
you
I'm
this.
like, calm down. Don't be too.
I'm gonna whole ass tell you this. That there's a fucking
Hey.
problem here. Holy shit. Boy, that fucking went dark. Oh, because you didn't put that up there. Get it up there, bro. Hurry up.
Solution incoming.
We blocked out, dude.
Man.
That was bright.
Hey, that just happened like,
That was bright as shit. It did.
See? But see, like,
That shit was fast as hell.
holy shit.
So
Sorry.
you have a new pup.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
Nothing. I wish more
Zero?
was going on.
Yeah. I think there's some things
Head
on your
forward
horizon.
through work.
There's some things on your horizon. Like, I
Yeah.
think you'll be all right.
Learning a lot.
Yeah.
I've been diving into a lot of stuff.
Of course.
3D,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Okay.
That's why I'm interested in what Greg is doing.
Yeah.
Our whiskey connoisseur, Greg. Just what's that?
Respect his name.
The whiskey whisperer.
Thank you.
Oh, we're gonna out his name anyways. He's gonna be fucking. You're Rob. I'm Jimmy. He's fucking Greg.
Yeah, he's
He just has the
as a matter of fact,
awesome whiskey.
just a heads up, just about a month he'll be on the
Yeah.
show.
Yep.
We're gonna figure out how to do that. We're gonna do some research as to where we should do it.
Yeah,
And
we'll figure it out regardless. It'll
Yeah.
happen in a month.
Yeah, we're gonna have a
whether
good time.
we do it in here or out there, I don't know.
I think outside might be fun.
The outside might be cool.
And
Yeah.
like let me
'Cause
know
we
if
have
we
the
gotta
3
look
other
for,
mics.
because I've got white tables we can just
Yeah.
throw. You know,
I mean, even
Throw a tablecloth on.
around the circle
yeah.
might be awesome. Just because of like instead of 1, 2, 3, it'll
Yeah,
be kind
we're
of
sitting there having like a round table discussion.
Yes,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
Where it's like
We'll check it out. We'll bring the
Like
mic
an
out
old Bill-
or the camera out there and check it out.
like an old Bill Maher fucking what was that Fast Fire or whatever the fuck it was called.
I don't know,
Rocket Fire. Who fucking knows? Bill Maher's an idiot anyway.
but yeah, man, 3D.
Did you see the last thing? Like the last thing I saw of him pop up was him trying to. You know who Jack Posobiec is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Jack Posobiec said something at CPAC that like the entirety of the left was like, "Oh my God, how could you do that?" And it was like he was basically like, "Oh, we're gonna be tyrants and this and that," and he was making a fucking joke, right? So every liberal and every leftist was like, "Oh, he's dead serious. How dare him?" So much so that even Bill Maher took it on, and Bill Maher tried to fucking be like, "Jack, I've never heard this name, Posobiec." Like he tried to fucking mispronounce his name, and I was like, "You fucking dick,
You know who
you
he is.
piece of shit.
Yeah,
Fuck you, Bill Maher.
Bill Maher.
Maher. Fuck you, dude.
Meh.
What an asshole.
Maher.
For no reason. For no reason, dude. You could have just reported on it
Yeah.
and been done.
That's what people do, man. They go to the the extra edge of just
It's unnecessary.
it is.
It's unnecessary.
And that's the thing. Like, if you're just honest, that's what people they get trapped by the emotion
Yeah.
of that, right?
Yeah.
When you're reporting, when you're Tim, for example,
Mm-hmm.
the truth, it's actually a lot more interesting.
Oh yeah.
It reels
That's the
people
thing
in.
that's fucked up to me. Like, look.
When
there's
you're like,
something-
Donald Trump's a racist, and they're like, okay, why? What did he do that's racist? That's pretty crazy. I'd like to know. I'm interested. And they're like,
at the age of fucking 16, okay, there was something that Greg said to me, and I will always attribute this to Greg, and I kind of lived by it from that day forward. There's nothing more fun than the truth, no matter how hard it hurts. It's still fun. You know why? Because it's the truth. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
outside of you can make up whatever fucking story you want and sound fucking grandiose.
Yeah.
But you know what the best thing is? The absolute truth, because it still hurts. It stings.
the truth is all that fucking matters.
Yeah.
Right? Until we live in a world like we do today, where the
truth still matters.
but the truth seems not to be the thing that matters.
Because I think
it's-
we're overrun by demonic people, and I say that in a loose sense. I'm not talking
we're just
spiritually or
we're like
religiously.
overrun by
Like, these
people who
are
care about
fucking-
so many things: the now, the cool, the hip, the
Look at Sam
the
Smith.
culture or the cult
Look
or
at Sam
whatever.
Smith.
The
Look at Kim
hive.
Pettis. I'm pretty sure that's her last name. Its last name. Petrus. Kim Petras.
Okay.
Right? Sam Smith, Kim Petras. Look at Little Nas X. How dare Nas allow this little motherfucker to even have a modicum of his fucking name?